Well, hi Geminis. Welcome to Universal Guidance Tarot. It's time for your weekly reading. I've shuffled these cards very well. I'm going to shuffle them just a few more times. This is a two-part reading. The overall energy of this reading will be in the middle of the first part of the reading. So Geminis, let's find out what you can expect coming up in your life. If this reading resonates, it's probably your reading. If it does not resonate, it probably is not your reading. I would check your moon sign, which is your private and emotional side. All cards are male or female. You may also seek a private reading from someone you trust. Okay, Geminis, you're right in the center of your own reading. I have the King of Swords. You are an air sign. This is air. Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. This is you, Gemini. You've got your guard up, you've got your sword up, and you are like demanding truth and clarity, and you are really looking for it in all around you. So you're hyper aware with your sword up, on guard. In your highest energy is the Eight of Swords. So you've been feeling trapped. That's why your guard is up. You've been feeling trapped in a situation of not knowing the truth, not knowing the clarity. All those swords are surrounding you. There's a blindfold on you. You're bound, and you've just been in this place of not moving forward because of a lack of clarity, a lack of truth, clarity. And, you know, this probably needs to come from a conversation. Because I have the Justice card too, right next to the... Also, I wanted to point out, which I didn't, is the Eight of Swords and the King of Swords are the two highest energy cards in this reading. So Gemini's, the Justice card is right next to the Eight of Swords and right above the King of Swords. This is the card for Libra. Libra might be strong in your chart or in someone else's chart around this reading. But the energy... You definitely have your sword up, but you're trying to keep yourself balanced. That's the whole thing. You're trying to keep in balance, sword up. It's like self-justice. So you are seeking truth. You are definitely seeking clarity in order to keep your life in balance. I have the Page of Wands next to the Justice card. The Page of Wands is like, there's something you want to say. There's something you need to say. And I think you need to ask for truth. I think you need to, like, speak up. So it's brewing from the bottom of your feet, and it's going to come out your mouth. And it's all about that staff. It's all about a fresh start, a new beginning. Are you going to do it alone? Are you going to do it with somebody? There is truth and clarity you need to make this decision, to have a balanced life and moving forward. Under the Eight of Swords is the Eight of Cups. Yeah, so you might have to turn your back on someone that you really care about. I still don't know exactly what's going on, but I do know that something, you feel as if something is being hidden from you, like you don't have all the truth. So I think this is going to be part of this conversation because you're going to be speaking up. And it's going to be something in the realms of, if I have to move forward on my own, I guess I will have to. But I really need to know the truth. I think it's where you stand in this relationship. What do you expect from me? On the other side of the King of Swords and under the Page of Wands is the Seven of Wands. You are on guard. You're like, I don't know that you think... I think that you feel like you can't believe them. You don't really trust what they're saying, and I don't really know why. I might figure out why. But I feel like you're really on guard. Whatever they're saying to you, you are questioning. So under the Eight of Cups is the Six of Pentacles. You've been being breadcrumbed. At least you feel like it. You feel like they're throwing your scales off balance. This is why you want to get balanced up here. This is why your sword's going out in self-protection. Is you're realizing They're barely giving enough into this relationship to keep it afloat, to keep you hanging in there. And now you're seeking that truth and that clarity. And if you have to move forward on your own, you will, but you will speak about it. You are going to bring this up. I have the Death card right next to the Six of Pentacles and under the King of Swords. This is the card for Scorpio. So Scorpio might be strong in your chart, their chart, or around this reading. But more importantly, this is about leaving the old behind. It's like transformation. It's like you're going through a transformation. You're leaving the old self behind and moving forward. You might be leaving this relationship behind and moving forward. Actually, I feel like you're leaving this place of being on guard, of not trusting the other person behind and moving forward, because you're moving right towards the Four of Wands. So, and I feel like you just weren't just not believing that they will come into union with you, you know, and have a long-lasting, loving, joyful relationship with you, that you're not trusting that for whatever reasons as the breadcrumbing. So they're not really putting you don't feel like they're putting their whole heart and soul into this relationship. This is a divine soulmate card, 1111. It's a beautiful card. This card can represent marriage. Let's take out the second part. I can change my mind about anything until I'm done with this reading, because a couple cards can really make a difference. But you know what? Let's see what we come up with here. Oh yeah. For Gemini's universe. For Gemini's. What's going on here? Okay, Geminis, I got the King of Wands up here in your highest energy, next to the Page of Wands, speaking up about moving forward. Well, the King of Wands is holding that staff too. The King of Wands, this is fire, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius that might be strong in your chart, their chart, or around this reading. But holding onto that staff of fresh starts and new beginnings with one hand, and the other hand's on your hip, and you're ready to move forward. And you know, it is with or without them. And you have this talk. You're seeking the clarity, the honesty about this relationship from their point of view. I have the Four of Pentacles next to the King of Wands. The Four of Pentacles is about feeling stuck, like there's no movement in this relationship. Like there's, you know, not moving to the next level in this relationship, and just kind of feeling stagnant. Yeah, the breadcrumbing is making you feel stagnant. I have the Tower card next to the Four of Pentacles. This is the blowing up of, you know, just like it looks, a tower moment. There's going to be a tower moment, and it's going to be because of what you have to say. And you are seeking truth, you are seeking clarity. And you're going to explain how you're feeling, you know, like this relationship is just like stagnant. And it is going to go on. This conversation will last. It's not going to be like a 1-minute conversation. And I'll tell you why, because I got that Eight of Wands under the Tower card. But under the King of Wands, and next to the Seven of Wands, is the Nine of Cups. Yes, you have a lot of love for this person. And yes, you will walk away from it with the Eight of Cups here if you have to. You know, if they're going to keep breadcrumbing this relationship, it's like you're going through a transformation. You are realizing that you want more from this relationship. So, you're like putting your love on a shelf behind you here. And you're guarding it. It's like you're just kind of guarding your love. You're on guard, you're on guard, you're guarding your love. This is just, you're transforming, okay, into someone who knows what they want. you've been confused, you've been stressed, you've been anxious in this relationship because of the lack of movement. That's one of the reasons you put your love on a shelf. And you just decide to guard it. And you decide to have this talk too here. And that causes a lot of anxiety and a lot of stress to even have to come up with this talk. But you do. And that talk continues on. And it is about the blowing up of the relationship. It's not working for you. It's a back and forth. This could be texting and phone calls. It can be emails, video chat, anything through the airways, back and forth conversation. There's a lot of stress involved. There's a lot of anxiety. So I feel like you're going through this transformation. You want more. You want more than what you were getting. They are a divine soulmate. I feel like you're moving towards a divine soulmate. After looking at the rest of these cards here, I just don't know. I just don't think that this is the one. I think the one is on your path forward. I have the Four of Cups under the Nine of Cups and next to the Four of Wands. So it's like through all this conversation, they try to keep you hanging in there. They keep offering this cup, wanting to come back in and come back in. And you're just like, no, there's a lot more out there, you know. I think you're really done with this relationship. It's been a burden more than anything on you. I have the Ten of Wands next to the Four of Cups, and under all this stress, anxiety, confusion, what a burden. And so the Ten of Wands is when you're ready to put down the burden. You're ready to drop those wands because the burden just gets too heavy. So you put your nose, and this is what you talk about too. This is under that Eight of Wands, is you want to be able to work on building on a relationship. You want to build the pentacles, not just be stuck in one spot in the relationship. And also, I think you're going to put your nose to the grindstone and think about your own future and your own stability. And so I think you get these points across because there is a lot of communication about this with this other person. But I feel like this transformation is really something, a lot of it's something that's just going on within you. And you decide to walk away from the relationship because it's not working for you, so that you can move towards a divine soulmate. And I think there's one out there for you. I think you are moving towards a divine soulmate. What you're looking for is on your path. And it's all because this person, if it wasn't for this person, you probably wouldn't be transforming. But you are transforming. So it's like they showed you what you don't want. So now you know what you want. Let's look at the bottom card. The Two of Pentacles. It's about the Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles, the confusion. There's a lot of confusion associated with this relationship. You need to move on. Here's that stress, anxiety, confusion. And it is about the Pentacles. It is about whether, you know, this relationship is going to move forward or not. See the ships just bouncing around out there on the water. That's where your mental state has been, and it's becoming a burden, and you're going to put that down. You're moving forward. So, like I said, if this sounds like your reading, it probably is. If it does not, it probably is not your reading. And I would check your moon sign or get a private personal reading from someone you trust. So, wow. Geminis, this was your reading. Thank you for watching. Universal Guidance Tarot.